A crowd of passengers huddle in his wake, frightened but curious to discover the outcome of the fight that has devastated the whole. I'll see you pay for this, he blusters. It'll cost hundreds of loon to fix this damage. Pay up now or I'll take it out of your hides! Pydo snatches the cloth from a nearby table and scoops up the head of Kisor, wrapping it and tying it tightly with cord. He tosses the gruesome package to the captain together with the notice of death that lies beside Trost's scorched body. That'll pay for the damages, Captain, says Pydo. And be sure that the balance goes to the family of this brave soldier. We'll take it out of your hide. As the captain reads the scroll, a bright grin spreads slowly across his well-worn face. So, Kisor made his doom aboard my barge, he says thoughtfully. Maybe I'll leave the hold just as it is. There's plenty of folk who'll pay to see the place where this rogue ended his days. The captain orders his crew to prepare the corpse for burial, and as the bargees carry away Kisor's remains, you notice his black book lying on the floor. Oh hey, you can use your upgraded divination now if you want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
You sense that the book contains details of acts and rituals that are wholly evil. It is an unholy book, but one which is not protected by a curse or a trap. Do you wish to examine it now that you're sure it is safe to do so, or would you rather not?
Evildoers and their tomes.
Maybe you can learn something useful from it. I know, maybe as information about this guy's cult in case we want to run into them again.
Well, a good soldier keeps an open mind, so yeah.
Okay. Cautiously you open the black book. The pages are made of metal, as thin and flexible as silk-weave parchment. Complex words and symbols are etched into its shiny surface with an ink that shimmers like sunlight on the sea. The strange designs are unlike any you've ever seen before, but you sense that they are wholly evil. I don't know how words can be wholly evil, but they are. You are about to discard the book when you notice something tucked in the spine. It is a tiny scroll of parchment. You unfurl it and your pulse quickens, for it contains a message written in Giak, the language used by servants of the Dark Lords.
Now snakes can write. Okay.
In any case,
Why not?
you can keep this message written in Giak if you want to. It's a special item.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hold on.
The stench of scorched fur hangs heavily in the tap room, a reminder of the ghastly spiders. The smell turns your stomach and you motion to Pydo to follow as you go up on deck to watch the bargees dispose of the bodies. Contentiously they weight Kisor's corpse with bricks and hurl it over the side, but Trost will lay in an oaken chest and the captain leads your fellow passengers in prayer as it is lowered respectively into the Fowen. The heavy rain and the burial have delayed the journey. The bargees try to make up lost time by whipping the Gorkas, but to no avail. The muddy towpath and their waterlogged fur prevent them from pulling any faster. It is mid-afternoon by the time the barge arrives at the next stopping place, Ferry House. A ramshackle building is perched precariously on the edge of the river bank, and the old wooden jetty juts out from the side, its empty platform almost submerged by the swollen river. Two plains farmers disembark here. You hear them talk excitedly about the events that they have witnessed, their voices gradually fading as the barge moves forward again. You stare across the lush open plains to the border of the river, contemplating the quest that lies ahead. A flock of long-necked ockrils fly overhead, their melodic call echoing across the grasslands as they return to their nest at the river edge. Pydo sits silently beside you at the prow, his thoughts, like yours, on the perils of the Danark that have yet to be faced. The sun is low in the sky when you catch sight of Faro, its mud-colored walls, thick, high and crenellated, dominating the hill on which it was built centuries ago. The barge passes beneath a stout wooden bridge, supported by rough-hewn pillars of stone, along a canal running parallel to the river, and draws to a halt before two massive metal-bound doors, which span the waterway. You collect your horses and disembark with the other mounted passengers, riding in line towards the fortified town gate. At first you are turned away by the guards, but when you show your pass, signed and sealed by Lord Adamas, you are both ushered to the front of the quay and saluted like lords as you ride through the archway and into the square beyond. 3 streets converge at the River Gate Square: Copperpiece Lane, Globe Walk, and Flagon Alley.
Yes?
Yes, you can choose one of those 3 streets.
Oh.
Copperpiece Lane is west, Globe Walk is north, and Flagon Alley is northwest.
By the way, Cobra, I still need to bring this up because it is fresh in memory, but when I say hold on, it does mean hold on.
When did you say hold on?
When the whole Scroll of Giak thing was brought up. I needed time to write it down, but you were already talking while I was just writing the first word.
Well, yeah, because I read on like I've done all the other times you've written things.
Yeah, I think it was the whole timing thing that went wrong there. I was just thinking it was another one of those cases where, hey, did anyone hear me?
Well, no, but there's never been any reason to stop up before just because you have to write a little sentence. I mean, it's not that long.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Also the whole thing that I need to add a description to it.
Ah, yes, well, that's your own fault. Now,
Okay, anyways, if we have to get to the Denark, we have to get to that Seada town, and that's to the northwest of our current location. So I suggest going northwest.
and that will be through Flagon Alley.
Yeah. Let's see if they have some nice flagons.
Okay. Night is closing in and the shops that line the narrow streets are shutting their doors. Lanterns flare into life, their yellow glow warming the chill west wind as the townsfolk return to their homes at the end of another day's trading. But there is one shop where the door remains open. The sign hanging from its balcony reads, Rolla Rada, Map Maker. Do you wish to enter this shop or just continue along the streets?
Maybe it has a map of it. No way, it says here it's on. It says on my other map that it's on Explore, so it probably doesn't have a map of it, of the Denark. God damn it. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. Not really. You see. Yeah, but Flagon Alley to the...
Yeah, let's just continue. Say something.
Well, yeah, but I'm waiting for the two others to, at least one of the two others to say
those
something.
are the ones I'm talking to. Say something.
Ah, okay.
I thought we were going down Flagon Alley. What's happening?
You are.
Yes.
And down Flagon Alley you came across a shop that said Rolla Rada Map Maker, and now it wants to know, do you wish to enter?
Yeah, why not?
I'm asking you.
Yeah, yes, I said yes.
And I also say yes.
Okay. Do any of you need some time to go get a cup of coffee or something?
No, it is the
if I had a
connection and the
cola, it'd be
timing.
nice, but I don't.
Okay.
I don't think we should play for too long, so I'm simply tired.
Yeah, I figured. Let me just
Yeah.
see where you are in the grand scheme of things. Hmm. Ah. Well, if you can just hold on a little while longer, you'll be at a middle point where lots of the paths meet up. So that would be a good place to stop if you want to stop soon.
Okay.
You are welcomed by an attractive young woman with long jet-black hair woven into a single plait that reaches almost to her waist. She is dressed in a green suit, cloth tunic similar to your own, and wears soft calfskin gloves. In addition to the maps, which she researches and draws herself, she also sells all manner of hunting and scouting equipment. She takes an obvious delight in her work and shows you examples of her map, which are excellent for the accuracy and attention to detail. You ask her if she has ever prepared a map of the Danark, and she turns strangely silent. Tears begin to fill her dark eyes as she recalls how she and her father once explored beyond the fringes of that fearsome domain. They had planned to map its internal waterways and, if luck was with them, discover the lost temple of the Elder Magi. With sadness she tells of her father's death in the jaws of a monster that had stalked them from the moment they had entered the jungle swamp. She escaped, but not unscathed. As she fought to free her father from the mouth of the beast, she was badly burned by its caustic saliva. Carefully she removes...
Saliva.
Saliva. Carefully, she removes one of her calfskin gloves and reveals her injured hand. The sight of the angry red scar tissue fills you with compassion for this brave young woman. And we got a picture of her. Here you go.
Oh,
Do you wish to question her further about the Danak, or just to wish her a good evening and leave the shop?
I suppose we can ask her if she remembers anything specific.
Was that a yes?
yeah, that sounds.
Yes.
Unfortunately, she lost all her maps and equipment while escaping from the Danak. However, she clearly recalls seeing the Temple of Orido from the peak of a hill she calls the Scarlet Tor, which is situated on an island of firm ground 30 miles beyond the Siada track. You thank her for her help and wish her good fortune before leaving the shop and continuing your way.
Did you get that, Warlock?
Yes.
Okay.
Just give me a moment, I'm writing down. Okay, the Scarlet Tor is located 30 miles from where?
30 miles beyond the Siada track.
Okay. And what was it you were able to see from the Tor?
The Temple of Orido, which I assume is the Magi Temple.
Okay.
Now. So, was that all?
Yes.
Okay, you arrive at a flagstone quadrangle. It is well lit by street lanterns which hang from the first floor balcony of a large and unusual building constructed of blue stone, with silver and scarlet veins running through it. The bricks have been polished to give a mirror-like shine. A huge wooden door banded with copper dominates the entrance, above which a bronze cast depicts a flaming broadsword with the words "Temple of the Sword" engraved along the blade. Beyond the temple, a street ascends to a stone watchtower. It is built on the peak of a hill and dominates the town. And you don't have a map of Tharos, so you can't consult it. Do you wish to use pathmanship now?
Yes.
To the left of the main door, you notice 3 symbols engraved in the speckled blue stone: a bed, a horse, and a loaf of bread. You recognize the significance, for you have seen similar markings on hostels and monasteries during your travels in the east. By displaying these symbols, the monk of this temple offers travelers a meal, stabling for the horse, and a bed for the night. Do you wish to take advantage of this offer, or would you rather investigate the nearby watchtower?
Let's take advantage of this offer. It's probably getting late.
Sounds reasonable enough.
Right, and this is the point where lots of the paths come together, so if you want to stop now, this would be a good time.
Okay, let's stop here.
Aye.
Right. Well, this has been Eric Cobra.
And Rana Naraja.
And Warlord 1!
And you, Nia.
And this has been Let's Play Lone Wolf Blind. See you all around.
Bye bye.
See ya!
folks.